Good morning, buenos días. Aquí estamos con cafecito, coffee. And that's why we are bringing you a coffee cup. And this is the name of our program, Cafecito West Side Stories, okay? And today it is my complete honor, and I know I'm going to cry, so don't cry, Naya. Stop. Because I remember this lady when I started teaching in 1974. She was one of our leaders, one of our advocates. She was one of the big girls in charge. So I would just stand back and watch as they controlled and told everybody what to do. Miss Amy Berkley, and I'm going to spell your last name, Berkley, retired educator from Edgewood ISD. Miss Amy, before I get started with other questions, I want to take you all the way back. Where were you born?
Marshall, Texas.
Marshall, Texas.
That's where I'm from.
And your school days were there in Marshall?
Hmm?
Your school days were there?
Believe it or not, Hallsville, have you heard of Hallsville, Texas?
No.
Have you heard of Longview, Texas?
Yes, of course, and I've heard of Marshall, Texas too. Yeah.
Okay, Hallsville is a little small place between Longview and Marshall.
Okay.
And we went to school in Hallsville.
Were they busing you?
Mm-hmm.
They were busing you.
Yeah, the bus picked.
Okay, and I'm asking questions because that's what Lincoln Elementary is about. Segregated black school? Segregated black?
Oh yeah, all of the schools were.
Yeah. But that's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you left that area of Texas right around, how old were you?
I didn't leave East Texas until I got married.
Really? So your college days then?
Yes. I attended Wiley College.
Okay.
Graduated from Wiley College. Started teaching in Tyler, Texas. Mm-hmm.
What year was that? Give me a year. About a year.
It was in the late 50s.
Wow.
Either late 50s or early 60s. One of the two's been so long ago.
Yeah. Okay, so then you ended up in San Antonio because you ended up at Edgewood.
Well,
so how did you end up in
San Antonio? I was teaching in Tyler, Texas. And I had a room. I rented a room from this elderly couple.
Okay.
And I also met, different people up there. And there was a young man that I met his parents. So we knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, I don't know exactly, it's been so long ago, I don't know exactly how it happened. But this young man that I had met was in the Air Force. But I knew his parents.
Okay.
And he came home. From here, he was stationed here at Lackland.
At Lackland, okay.
Mm-hmm. So he came home, and I got a chance to, see him, and he had this young man with him, who was also in the Air Force. So he introduced me to the young man, and we stayed together.
Was that Mr. Berkley?
There was
Cutie, hot kid?
There was Mr. Berkley.
Wow.
Yeah, he was from Macomb, Mississippi.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. And we just communicated with each other. And they would, come to visit me. I was still in Marshall, but I didn't come to San Antonio until after I got married.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I've been here since.
So you came to San Antonio what year? Approximately what year? You don't remember the year, just around what time?
I know it had to have been in the maybe early 60s. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't get an idea because you started teaching in Edgewood, or did you teach in another school district before that?
Edgewood is the only school district
really,
here.
Amy, you belong to us. I'll be darned. Okay.
Edgewood is the only school district that I worked here in San Antonio.
Segregated school? When you started teaching in Edgewood, you went
Hispanics.
straight in? I'm sorry?
There were Hispanics.
Oh, there were Hispanics there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Did you go straight into the brand new Lincoln Elementary? Is that where you went into at Edgewood? Or you started somewhere else?
No, I started at Lincoln.
At Lincoln. Okay, okay. Yeah, because Kathy Elliott, who is your other buddy who's taught there, she's got pictures and she's got brown and black kids in her little classroom.
Well, we worked together.
Yeah.
We worked at the same school.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I know. That's how I found you. That's how I found you. Tell me about those days. Tell me about those days at Lincoln.
At Lincoln?
Tell me whatever you can think of about teaching at Lincoln. The kids or the neighborhood or the little hamburger place that was right there in the corner in the front.
I didn't go there.
You didn't go there?
Lincoln was, as I can remember, it's been a long time ago. But I remember the students, some of the students. I remember some of the teachers. I've forgotten who the principal was at the time.
Well, I know Miss Wren was there at the beginning, but I don't know who took over after that.
I can't remember who the principal was. It could have been the same principal, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But they sent me to, when I left Lincoln.
Was it Dorothy Collins?
You know,
Collins? I think Collins.
It could have been.
I'm going to think so.
Because
I keep thinking,
remember her.
I'm going to think it was Collins, yeah.
Well, that's been so many years ago.
I know, but I really think it was Dorothy, yeah.
And see, I got married, well, my husband and I got married in, what did I tell you we got married, Kathy? What year was this?
What year, Kathy? Come on. From way back there, I could hear a voice.
You know what? I know when it was. It was like 56 or 57.
I was going to say, because when you died, y'all had been married.
Because my
51
oldest
years.
son was born in 61.
Okay.
And that's that. But the Edgewood is the only place Edgewood was the only place I worked. And when I left Wren, and the state told me I had to teach kindergarten a year because I was working on my master's in early childhood.
Okay.
And I left Wren and went to H.K. Williams, going to teach kindergarten that year and go back to Wren.
Okay.
But I didn't go back. I stayed at H.K. Williams my last 20 years in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be darned. Yeah.
And
streets, do you remember going through muddy streets? What, you don't know? No, the streets were...
and you know, when I was at...
I'm trying to place what it looked like in the 50s, you know, I mean, of course I was already born, but I don't remember.
Well, they had, like, it's been a long time since I've been to that area, but the streets was not dirt.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, you know, what we have to remember is that was old Highway 90. Old Highway 90 connects Florida to California, you know, so
Yes.
So it wasn't dirt, yeah.
It was not dirt.
Yeah.
It was whatever they were putting on.
Yeah.
But I stayed in the Edgewood district until I retired.
Which was
85.
85. You retired in 85.
Yes. I was going to, I forgot how many years exactly I had worked, but I was going to work 2 more years and then retire. And my principal called me into the office. So I went into the office, and the state was, if you had the age,
Correct.
and the number of
The
years
experience,
teaching,
teaching.
the state would pay you 5 years to retire. So I took it.
Heck yeah, you darn.
I had only planned to work 2 more years, and the state would pay you 5 years to retire because, like my principal was telling me this, said because they could hire 2 new teachers for what I was getting paid for.
That's right, I remember that.
So they would save money.
Sure.
So I took advantage of it.
Darn right. Goodbye.
But I had met this couple way long prior to that, and this lady and her husband. And
You had met
they,
a couple?
this couple, and they had one child, little girl. And this little girl was in the 4th grade. And we stayed in touch with each other, and the little girl needed some help. So they asked me, would I help her? And I said, of course I'll help her. So they brought her to my house, and I would help her in math and English and reading, whatever she needed help with. And
So you were helping at a parent's house,
my
or at your house,
my house.
the
They would
student was
bring-
coming to
No,
your
this
house.
little girl.
Yes,
They would
correct.
bring, this couple would bring
Correct.
their daughter to my house.
Correct, yeah.
And I worked with her for an hour. They come back and pick her up.
Okay.
But after that, my telephone started ringing. And people start calling me.
So people were calling you after they
were-
found out that you were tutoring?
That I was tutoring, and
Correct.
they wanted to know if I would help their
Oh
child.
my goodness, yeah.
So then I started tutoring at my house. I took one student at a time. And I only kept the student 1 hour. And I was either working with English or math, one of the two.
Sure.
And would you believe I tutored until when all of those kids caught up with their grades, that's when I stopped. And that was several years.
Now, where were you living at that time when you were teaching at Lincoln? Were you right there in that neighborhood?
Walking distance.
Really? So what street did you live on back then?
I'm
Do you
trying to
recall?
Huh?
Do you recall what
I'm
street?
trying to remember the streets over there. Get that for me, Kathy. I'm trying to remember the streets over there. I know Buena Vista,
Yeah, I'm Buena Vista.
You
Correct.
and that might have been the street I was living on.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But
With
it-
Joe Blanks, Jesse,
Jesse, all those streets.
39th.
Yeah, I remember those.
Because Lincoln was
Joe
on 40.
Blanks, I remember
Yeah,
that.
Joe Blanks, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ferris, all those
Yeah,
streets
I
were
remember
there.
those streets.
Sure. That was a neighborhood.
But see, I moved, we had this house built either 86 or 87. But before we had this house built, is where I was living on Buena Vista.
Okay. Yeah. You remember Lucy Hall?
Oh, sure.
Well,
So
because Lucy
one of
Hall.
my neighbors.
Well, that's why I said Lucy Hall lived on Buena Vista, so that's where she lived.
That's right.
Yeah.
Lucy Hall was one of my neighbors.
Yeah, well, she, her daughter, little old Stephanie, became a doctor. Stephanie, she's got her doctorate in something, I don't know what.
Oh, really?
And she went ahead and said, come on over. So Miss Hall moved up to, I don't know, it's North Carolina, South Carolina, somewhere. So Lucy moved up there with.
So are they any of them still, that they still living, did you know of?
To my understanding, Stephanie said, come and live in my house, and
Okay.
Miss Hall took off over there. So she's living up there.
Okay. No, I was living on Buena Vista.
And then what was the name of the board member that we had forever and ever? Mr.
Sam Williams.
Sam Williams.
The name sounds familiar,
Remember
but
Mr.
you
Williams?
know, I didn't know turning the board.
Yeah, well, but he was right there in that community also. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was a board member for a long time.
But that's the only district that I ever worked in here in San Antonio, was Edgewood.
Do you recall either the last names or, the last names of any child that you remember working with?
You know, I cannot.
Because I have so many names of kids that lived in that vicinity right there.
There was a young man named Manny. But I'm trying to remember what school he was going to. See, I didn't remember names then. I didn't like shopping. After I got through working with the children, this was even after tutoring.
Mm-hmm.
I started going to bingo. I went to bingo.
Now, this is going to be a. And then, were you a winner all the time?
Wait a minute.
Did you have that good luck?
It was just something to get out of the house.
Yeah,
See, because my husband passed away in '08.
yeah. Okay.
My oldest son passed away in 2013.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
But my youngest son, he and his wife still lives here.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, that's Kathy.
Yes,
that's
yes, yes. Yeah.
His wife, the youngest son. And my oldest son passed away in 2013. My youngest son's wife, this is the oldest son's wife.
Correct, yeah.
And let's see, 2013, yeah, the oldest one passed away. But after that, it's just, I don't know, it just was taking it one day at a time.
Well, sure.
I went to bingo, and I was sitting at this table. It was the name of the bingo hall was Circus
Okay.
Bingo. It was on Calabria.
Okay.
So I went by myself, and at that time it was, I wasn't that far. I went someplace because I hate shopping. Nobody ever liked shopping.
Yeah, I agree.
And this young man was working in that bingo hall. He had his apron on and everything. So I was by myself, and I was sitting at the table inside. They had not started selling anything, and after a while, this young man comes to the table where I was sitting. And he says, "Excuse me, are you Mrs. Berkley?"
Oh, my goodness.
I said, "Yes, I am. You were my kindergarten teacher."
Isn't that, I love those I love having those conversations with.
He had gotten married and I know he had one child, and I heard that he had two, but I knew he had gotten married and had children. But I was his kindergarten teacher, but he remembered me.
That's right. That's right.
And I tried, when I was teaching all of those 30-some years, I treated those children like they were my children.
Well, they are ours. They've become ours.
Like I gave birth to them, just like my own children.
Yeah, they're ours.
And I tell you, one little sad situation, it wasn't really sad in a way, but the law then, your children had to go to school. When they got old enough, they had to go to school near to where they live.
Correct.
And at that time, I was working at L.B. Johnson, because I left Lincoln and went to LBJ.
Okay.
My two boys were not old enough to go to school. So when they got old enough to go to school, they had to go where I was working.
That's right.
So one day, the children were outside playing recess, and there were 3 or 4 of us ladies standing up talking. And one little girl came in, she looked like she might have been maybe about 8 or 9 years old. And she ran past us. We were talking. And one of the teachers that was standing up there talking with us, she scolded that little girl like the little girl had done something. So I didn't say anything. But I do remember, when my children would get old enough to go to school, they would have to go to school there. There was no way in the world I was going to let my children go to school where this lady was talking to that little girl like that.
Wow. Yeah. Yep, I hear you.
And when my children got old enough to go to school, they went to private school. Sure did.
Yeah.
I paid for them to go to school. They went to Lakeview Baptist School.
Lakeview.
And they stayed in private school all through high school because they graduated from Holy Cross High School. There was no way in the world that I was going to let no teacher or nobody.
Reprimand a child the way you had seen that person. Yeah.
No, I was not. So, and when I was working, those children, they act like I treated them like my children.
Of course.
And I was not going to let nobody stand up there and mistreat them.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. Those 30-some years that I stayed in that classroom, I loved it.
Oh, me too, of course. You know, we have never done this, Yvonne, but I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of Ms. Berkley at this moment. I'm going to throw last names of the kids that went to Lincoln.
Oh my God.
And I'm just going to throw last names, okay? And it'll be a good time for us to have this included because we've never included this. Okay, Donnell, McKinsey, the McKinsey family, Ricky Singleton, Michael Washington, Robert Mills, and Robert Mills became a teacher. Sharon and Sandra Ball, the twins. Tatum's, Joyner family, and the Joyners
Now,
had...
the Joyner, it might be the Joyner that I knew.
Okay, well the Joyners had Bonnie and Ronnie and
Yeah, I knew
Patrick
them.
and Michael and Linda and Brenda. Boy, they...
I knew that family.
Okay. The Kavanaugh family, Carolyn, Annie, and Jewel. Irvin family, the Boltons. Remember the Boltons?
I can't remember.
Even I got to go to school with one of the Boltons. Kings, the King family.
Now these were at Lincoln.
All of these were started at Lincoln when Lincoln opened the doors. And then you had Cooks.
See, some of those children might have been there before us.
Of course. And then you had the Miller family, the Bedford family, Williams family. You remember the Godleys? Lovings, Ahart.
I can't remember.
But you remembered a couple of them, so that's pretty neat. You did remember. You said, yeah, I do remember that name.
The Chromas.
Yeah, and I got to work with Kay.
Yeah, see, they live directly across the street from me.
Correct. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kay and Charles Chroma.
Yeah.
But
And I remember Juana Paget. Remember Miss Paget?
Oh yeah.
Miss Paget.
Juana, yeah.
Juana. I remember
was
saying.
her husband's
I remember
name? I
saying.
can't think
I
of
know.
his name,
I know.
But I know.
But I remember saying, spell your name. Wanna. Who the heck is gonna name your kid Juana? She was adorable. Miss Paget was wonderful.
You know what? I had some beautiful neighbors.
Yeah.
And we became, very good friends as neighbors.
Oh yeah. Lifetime friends.
Oh yes.
My little buddy that she and I shared the fence line. We'd go play outside as 3, 4, 5-year-old kids. To this day, I see her.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah.
is
Now she
wonderful.
looks very old. She's
She's probably.
she's old.
She might be up there where I am.
No, she's younger than I am.
Because I had a birthday in July.
Really? When's your birthday?
July 18th.
July 18. Okay, I'm gonna remember. I will
And I
remember.
turned 89.
89. Good for you.
I have a
Good.
question for you.
Yes. You want?
What was your most exciting event or memory of working at Lincoln? One that you can say you'll never forget.
I can't, it's been so long I cannot remember, but I do remember that little girl running. And that teacher said something to that little girl. That I do remember.
That stayed with you? Yeah, that
It
just
stays
stayed
with
with
me,
you.
yeah, because children were always on my mind. I love
Sure.
children. And I just, so many different things now that I cannot remember through the years
Yeah.
gone by. I just never think about it anymore.
Kathy, do you have any information for us that you've heard throughout the years or that you want to remind her of? Anything? And I'm talking to the daughter-in-law, Miss Kathy. Kathy's hiding. Kathy, you're on camera now, girlfriend.
I'm keeping quiet.
I know.
Listen at her.
Not from Lincoln, but from S.K. Williams. She had a
Oh,
lot of stories. that
really?
Daddy used to always tell, yeah. About little Elvis and,
See, because my last 20 years was at HK.
Correct.
yeah.
Mhm.
And by the time I came into the family, she was already there.
Yeah, at HK.
Yeah, I enjoyed work. Well, I enjoyed working at HK because I had kindergarten. And I just stayed at HK.
Were you there during the time of Mr. Eliseo Rodriguez, who became
Oh.
principal at HK Williams? in the 80s?
I might have, because I retired in '85. So
It would have been the end of your years at Edgewood.
I probably remembered. Probably did.
They always said that he was such a great teacher. I mean, principal.
You know
People
what?
just loved
The
him.
schools that I worked, which was Lincoln, L.B. Johnson, H.K. Williams, Rand Middle School. I enjoyed working at all of those schools. I really did. And I was treated just really nice. And right today, if I had to go back to work, I would take either one of those schools.
Sure. I tell people we were so lucky. We were very lucky because I knew exactly what teachers were teaching at what school. We were so close as a school district. All of us knew each other.
Very close.
Yeah.
And I think this had a lot to do with me enjoying where I was when I was working there, because we were very close.
Yeah.
And I often think about different ones that I worked with and was wondering, where were they? There was a young man that I worked with. His name was Joseph. Wow, I think that was his name. And sometimes I think about, he runs through my mind now. Sometimes I just wonder who is still living and who's not.
I know.
Because I never hear,
Of course. But you know what? This right here is going to come out in 2 weeks? In 2 weeks on a Friday, it's going to come out, and people are going to say, "Are you kidding?" Oh, she's getting it. She's getting it. She's getting it. Yeah. And we're filming in a home, so yeah, we have other things that are phones that are ringing, so that's no problem. We'll just keep talking. We just keep going. Yeah. So I'm going to contact you. I'm going to say, "Guess who's looking for you, Miss Berkley?" Well, Amy, it's been what a pleasure. When Kathy called and said she had your phone number, I was so excited because I remembered exactly who you were. So I am so glad that we're here and we're filming this, and this is going to come out on the computer. And I'm going to tell you something. Once she finishes it and perfects it, because she has to cut and paste things,
right.
And once it's ready, it gets on the internet, and it's there forever and ever and ever.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed those years that I worked. Children that I worked with were like my own children.
Oh, of course, they're ours, yeah.
Because I treated those children like I want you to treat my children.
Well, Amy, I want to thank you so very much. Is there anything that you've been thinking about and you've said to yourself, I hope I remember to tell them this. Is there anything?
I can't think of anything right now. I can't think of anything right now.
Okay, so look, the world is yours at this moment. Do you want to end with something? What do you want to end with? I'm putting a lot of pressure on you now.
You sure? The only thing, my conclusion, I enjoyed those years of working, and the only school district here, and in working, either while I was working and after I retired, I didn't know San Antonio had so many school districts.
I know, yeah, we do.
And San Antonio.
Because Houston ISD is all of Houston. Dallas ISD is all of Dallas. San Antonio ISD has 13 or 17? 18 school districts?
I know it was 17 or 18.
18 school districts, yeah.
But the only school district that I know anything about in San Antonio is Edgewood.
Yeah.
Because that's the only one that I worked.
Well, I'm so glad we had you. We were about my community, because I'm a graduate from Edgewood. Mama lived in Edgewood. Mama retired from Edgewood. My children, Yvonne's family, all of us are from Edgewood. So I'm speaking on behalf of all of us. Thank you so much for your years of service to our community.
Well, thank you. And you're welcome, and I enjoyed it. I really did. And I do know that I could have gotten a job, in other districts.
Oh, sure.
Because Edgewood, if you remember, Edgewood was paying less money
way below everybody.
than any of the other
All of them,
districts.
all of them, yeah, all of them.
But I never left Edgewood because I enjoyed working in Edgewood.
Correct, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And like you said, they were our babies and we loved them.
I loved them. I really did. And then when, like I said, when I went to bingo that night,
And that child, a grown
that
man.
man comes up to my table and asks me, "Excuse me, are you Mrs. Berkley?" I said, "Yes, I am. You were my kindergarten teacher." Now that was years back because he had gotten married and had a child of his own.
Wow.
But he remembered me
Yeah, yeah.
because I treated those children like I want you to treat my
That's
children.
right.
And
That's
I'm not going to mistreat my kids. And I'm not going to mistreat nobody's children.
That's right.
Mm-mm.
Miss Amy, thank you so very much. Love being here, love seeing you. And my next goal and our next goal is we're going to get Kathy Elliott and we're going to pick you up and I'm going to pick up Kathy and we're going to go somewhere.
You know what? And I have not seen her in so
Well, I just saw her a
long.
couple of months ago.
Really? And she's doing okay.
She looks well.
Excuse me. Be careful with that one. She's gonna get it out on the street.
I'm going to take you out to some bar. Amy, so we can